Should humanity intentionally create artificial life? Hi everyone, today I'd like to discuss one of the most profound questions in synthetic biology and the philosophy of life. Should scientists intentionally create entirely artificial life forms? For most of human history, life was regarded as something that could only arise through natural biological processes. Today, however, advances in synthetic biology, genome engineering, and systems biology have brought humanity remarkably close to constructing living organisms from non-living chemical components. Researchers have already synthesized entire bacterial genomes, redesigned microorganisms for industrial purposes, and engineered cells to perform highly specialized biological functions. This achievement lays a remarkable possibility. Should humanity deliberately create forms of life that have never existed in nature? Supporters argue that artificial life could revolutionize medicine. Engineered microorganisms may manufacture vaccines, antibiotics, and anti-cancer drugs more efficiently than conventional methods. Scientists are also developing bacteria capable of detecting diseases inside the human body and delivering therapeutic molecules directly to affected tissues. Such innovations could dramatically improve precision medicine while reducing production costs. Another promising application concerns the environment. Synthetic organisms might absorb atmospheric carbon dioxide, degrade plastic waste, detoxify polluted soil, or remove toxic chemicals from contaminated water. Given the scale of modern environmental challenges, supporters contend that engineered biological systems may become indispensable tools for ecological restoration. Artificial life may also deepen our scientific understanding of biology itself. One of the central questions in science is what distinguishes living systems from non-living matter. Constructing a minimal artificial cell would allow researchers to test competing theories regarding the origin of life, cellular organization, and biological complexity. From this perspective, creating artificial life is not merely an engineering challenge but also a powerful scientific experiment. However, critics raise serious concerns regarding biosafety. Living organisms reproduce, evolve, and interact with ecosystems in unpredictable ways. An engineered microorganism released into the environment could acquire unaccepted mutations, exchange genes with natural organisms through horizontal gene transfer, or disrupt ecological relationships that have evolved over millions of years. Once such organisms spread beyond laboratory containment, reversing their effects could prove extraordinarily difficult. Another concern involves biosecurity. The same technologies capable of producing beneficial organisms might also be misused to create dangerous pathogens. As synthetic biology becomes more accessible, ensuring responsible oversight and international cooperation will become increasingly important. Critics therefore argue that scientific capability must be accompanied by equally robust systems of governance and risk management. There are also profound philosophical questions. Some people argue that deliberately creating life represents an unacceptable form of human hubris. Others reject this criticism, pointing out that medicine, agriculture, and biotechnology have already transformed natural biological processes for centuries. The real ethical question, they argue, is not whether humans should modify biology, but whether such modifications promote the well-being of both humanity and the natural world. In my opinion, research in synthetic biology should continue because its potential benefits for medicine, environmental protection, and scientific knowledge are extraordinary. Nevertheless, creating artificial life requires exceptional caution, strict international regulation, transparent scientific oversight, ecological risk assessment, and global cooperation should accompany every stage of development. The greater the technological power, the greater the ethical responsibility. Ultimately, synthetic biology may represent one of the first moments in history when humanity no longer merely studies life, but actually designs it. Whether this achievement becomes one of civilization's greatest accomplishments or one of its gravest mistakes will depend not on biology alone, but on wisdom, humility, and responsible governance. So here's my question. Should scientists continue developing technologies capable of creating entirely artificial life, or are some boundaries in biology too important to cross? I'd love to hear your thoughts. Thanks for listening. See you next time.